Drop it.
And what's going on, guys? So we will be trading ES futures live. I'm going to break down my strategy and let's see if we can make some money. So here we go. I have TradingView on one side, and TradingView has some custom indicators. One we call GoldenEye here, and usually the way we play this is when GoldenEye signals blue, we go bullish. It goes gold, we go bearish. Now we're on the 5-minute time frame. I like to play futures utilizing the 5-minute, but entering on the 1. Now I need to go ahead and confirm some things on the 3. I need to see a break above the 48. After all, this is trade 1348. We get a nice break above and we're good. Now I'm looking at rate of change. Rate of change seems decent. RSI, okay, we're going in. All right, so now we have this trade here, and what are we doing here? Let's see if we can get a payday off of this. Let's see, nothing moving. I'm actually down right now. Let's go to the 5-minute. I need confirmation. Again, using a larger time frame because the larger time frame shows more strength in the move. So the larger the time frame, the more accurate the indicator. That goes for pretty much any and every indicator. Now, what you're seeing here to your right, this is GoldenEye along with a confluence cloud. Now, confluence signals to go bearish. What we like to do is see when GoldenEye shifts, if we get an agreement with our confluence cloud. Now, all things look to be shaping up really well right now as we have RSI moving into its moving average and we have MACD showing strength. Now, what I am concerned with is the rate of change is actually dipping. I want to see that move up. Now, the rate of change is not directional. It's just letting us know how much the price is moving and if in fact it's moving aggressively. Now, when we look to our left here, you see we got ES on the 1-minute, and I'm using Bollinger Bands, and I like to use this in addition with the GoldenEye indicator here because it's giving me basically mean and reversion, right? And we could see that once we break that 14-period moving average, we're usually bullish here. But what's also happening here is we're smacking the top side of this cloud on the 1-minute. That's usually a no bueno type of signal, and you could see how the 5-minute is reacting to this. Now, I do have a 2-to-1 stop loss with a break feature. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So I have a profit trigger. Although my 2-to-1 stop loss is I take profit at 7 points or 7 points off the delta price. My take profit, my stop loss is 3.5. So I have a 2-to-1. We also have a profit trigger. This is the auto break even, which goes ahead and raises stop should we get into profit. Okay, we're just going to wait. We're going to hang out. We're going to see how this trade develops. I am fairly bullish. One of the reasons why I'm bullish, per the rules of trade 1348, when price action is above the 200 EMA, we are biased to taking call options and or going long on the asset. And what we're really waiting for is, once again, RSI to break above its moving average. The fact that RSI currently is above midpoint here makes me pretty confident in this trade. So I'm not really going to budge much. I'm just going to hang out and wait for this trade to develop. Now, I like to look at this trading strategy as a trader's edge. If you're playing options, if you're playing futures, we simplify basically our checkdowns, right? So in simplifying our checkdowns, we're saying, all right, we have GoldenEye showing blue. That means go bull side. Are we above the 200 EMA? That makes us biased to going long or buying call options. And is RSI above 50 on our time frame? The time frame we're living on is the 5-minute. I like to live on the 5 minute, guys, because the 1 minute will go ahead and just have you go crazy, especially with playing futures. And as you can see right now, we're up 7,500, 87.5. Now I want to see if my take profit trigger is going to kick in. We got in at 48.75. The take profit trigger is going to kick in once we move at or about points or 4.5 points. So let's see if we get that momentum. I'm just going to go ahead and hang out in the trade. Another thing that I'm noting here is if we start seeing aggressive reversal or aggressive price action reversal on the 1 minute, I would simply exit and exit at market and cancel all orders. But as it stands, I am banking. Currently, we are at 43.83.25. I just need a couple of more points, or basically 5 ticks, to secure my break even where it's going to move my stop up. Okay, so this is some exciting times. As it stands, up $12,500. Pretty exciting here, right? And all I'm really doing is allowing my golden eye indicator here to sort of kind of lead me through. Also, what I'm waiting for, since we now have dead space in our cloud, is for our cloud to begin showing green, right? This is going to give me an extra layer of confidence. We have RSI breaking above its moving average. So once again, I am confident in this trade, and I'm just going to hang out and secure that bag. As it stands, not a bad 5 or 6 minutes, and we're doing this live. So let's see how this pans out. And here we go. I could alternatively just simply take profit right now. I mean, $11,250 is not a bad showing, right? But what I'm really waiting for is for this here to fully develop, and it's taking time. Sometimes you just require a trade to develop, but sometimes you also got to have your finger on that exit at market and close all in case the market decides it wants to give you a very, very aggressive candle on the 1 minute. Futures are known for that, right? So we are now up. We need to get up there. And for me personally, if I see, I go from 12,000 green to something like 7 to 5,000 green, I just close my position. So just got to let this develop. Ideally, what's going to happen here with the break even is that this stop here is going to raise itself at or about 4.5 points from my entry. So we're almost there. All right. I'm actually more nervous for that stop to move than I am for actually securing profit, because at any point, again, we have 7,000, 10,000. It's flickering here. I can profit at any given time. You're watching this live. Let's see, 5,000. I'll get out right there. Okay, so we have an option here. Now we can go to the 3 minute, understand what's happening on the 3 minute. And on the 3 minute, we see RSI coming into its moving average. I want to go ahead and draw this, right? We see it coming into its moving average right here. So that's where we got a little bit of that retracement in price. The bearish momentum, according to the MACD, hasn't really taken of price action just yet, but we're also seeing the rate of change. The rate of change is dipping. Okay, let's go back to the 5 minute and see what's happening here on the 5 minute. We still have some bullishness. If not, let's see what's happening on the 1. Okay, so 1, we're actually being told a very, very, very looks like golden eye on the 1 is coming on down. This could be a very, very tricky play. Should have secured the bag when I could, but I'm going to go long on this once again. Let's see if we can get some more meat off this bone and have no regrets for letting go a whopping $8,000. So here we are, moving on up, $5,000 up. So now that I'm $5,000 up, I'm going to go ahead and have a quick finger here in case I start seeing things reverse against me. But I am following the trend here again. We have GoldenEye just leading the way. Now, just because you have indicators that are leading the way, it does not mean that you act haphazardly with your P&L, right? It just means that you have a trader's edge and you're able to trade stress-free. Currently on this trade, once again, up $5,000. Let's see what we can do here. Now, I want to make note of what we just witnessed here. We have GoldenEye and we have agreement here, agreement with Confluence. That means we have, it just flashed and disappeared. However, between the two trades, should I take profit right now, it would be up total over 11,000. But we're going to see if there's some more meat on this bone, and we're going to pay attention to RSI here on the 5. It looks to be getting a little overextended. And okay, so we have green Confluence popping right back in. This is going to give me a little more confidence in this move. We're just going to hang out. Let's see what's happening on the 3. We have agreement on the 3. We also have a level. We have a level at 438575. That's nowhere near my stop. Let's see. we usually like to play levels here, right? So the 4385, that's my stop. I'm a whole 5 points away from the stop here. Also here, if you're looking at the RSI, pay attention to this RSI here. Let me go ahead and just draw this for you or get this over there for you. You can see RSI is in fact pivoting down. So it's Fridays, right? It's Secure the Bag Fridays. But we're going to trust the system and give it a little more time. Let the play develop. Again, we have green Confluence giving me confidence, although I'm not liking the look of this candle here. Let me see what's going on the 1. On the 1, you might get that subtle shift, the GoldenEye to the downside. As you guys can see, the 1 is very noisy. So if you're trying to play GoldenEye on the 1, you better be fast. I'm not liking this. I'm going to exit this trade here. We're up still. There you go. It was a good thing I looked at the 1 just to be able to identify what was truly happening. So we have lost Confluence here on the 5-minute. We got some dead space. Let's look at the 3 level there. It looks like price got a little nervous of that level, and we have RSI now trending down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for GoldenEye to once again show us to the downside. I'm going to draw that for you. Once GoldenEye changes colors and we get a break of Confluence, then I will go short, and I hope this is entertaining, guys. This is my first time showing, like me making money trading futures using the system. A lot of people from the outside in wonder, like, hey, what's trade 1348? And it's a very, very, very simple set of indicators with very, very simple set of rules that I like to teach out. So I'm a very, very confident trader, not because... Now, a lot of people ask me what trade 1348 is, and trade 1348 is basically a very, very simple set of rules with some very potent indicators that allow you to make money in pretty much any asset class, right? And there are a lot of people who are absolutely printing using the strategy, and so I'm showing you guys firsthand what it really is, right? So again, I have a thesis here. We could go bullish, we can, but I don't trust this level here. When we get a level break, that's awesome. It would be the second time that we start testing. Actually, you see 1, 2, 3. Let's get a 4th touch on that level, and then let's get a rejection. So we're going to get a 4th and no. That's what I'm hoping for, a 4th and no. Let's go ahead and look at the 1 and see how the 1 is. The 1 on the 1 minute, RSI on the 1 minute, guys, seems very, very overextended. I don't know if I want to enter the trade. Let's see. This is why I like securing the bag. Let's pay attention to this level right here. Let me draw that out for you. So this level right here, let's pay attention to that. Let's see if we get a rejection. And I'm thinking we will. I am thinking we will. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to allow GoldenEye on the 1 minute to lead me once this goes gold. I'm looking for my entry there as it goes gold. And then I'm going to go back to the 3 and the 5 just to see how price is behaving in this area of supply. So it's very much a waiting game. It's a very, very simple waiting game, especially when you have a trader's edge. You're able to trade with confidence here, right? So let's see what else is going to happen. We're waiting for the 3 minute to go gold, which would signal a move to the downside, aka GoldenEye. Let's clear this out for you guys. Sorry for those ugly. You know what? TradingView, come on. Somehow I always have the crayons enabled. So we got a red candle here. We're also going to consider the 357 cadence. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the 357 rule. This could definitely be shaping into a profitable play. We have GoldenEye signaling a put, going put side here on the 3, courtesy of that level. I'm going to go put side here, and we're going to see what happens. If we can add to the P&L and then get, let's make some more money here, right? And we're getting a break, and we're looking at the 3. What we're doing is contending with the 13. I'm going to be watching this. Again, we have GoldenEye and we have agreement in the cloud. This is giving me more confidence in the trade. Of course, the 3 is meant to relay me on over to the 5. So I want to look at the 5. And the 5 is going to give me even more confidence if we're able to print GoldenEye on the 5. This is a game of patience. Already up 5,000, 3,000, 5,000. So I'm also going to keep my finger on the exit at market and cancel all. We're doing this. Let's see what we can do here. Now I have to be mindful of this 13 level here on the 5. We're right at the 13 level on the 3, actually breaking it right now. I'm also going to pay attention to the 24 level right here. Let me draw this out for you. And this is definitely a game of patience. We're up 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13. We broke through a level. Let's see if my break even's going to kick in. It's going to kick in after 4 points, but that's just too much money to leave on the table. I'm going to secure that bag. All right. So what did we do here? I'm not at this point. Not even keeping count of how much we're up, but it seems like we're up considerably. I'm going to go ahead and look for another setup. Now, the setup happens when we break this level on the 24, right? Now, there was a reason why I marked that level. We got a break of the 24. I treat the 13, the 24, and the 48 as levels, along with levels that are created by price action. You guys probably know this as supply and demand zones. And so let's see if we get a continuation of the move, and that's going to show itself to me with RSI relative to the midpoint here. So that's what I'm paying attention to. Let me see if the 5 is giving me a little more evidence. So the 5, I'm contending with the 200 EMA. I am going short now. Let's go. Let's see. We're going to make some more money here. We have the 24 EMA on the 5, but we just have so much momentum right now. And we have GoldenEye leading the way downside. We have Confluence in the cloud here on the 5. So let's see. What are we doing here? Now, in these series of trades, I am up considerably, so I can afford to take a little bit of a loss, but I am contending with that 200 EMA. Honestly, I think I got a little ahead of myself, got a little bit too excited. Per my own rules, I would wait for a 200 EMA break. So this is going to force me to, one, pay attention to RSI right here. We want to see RSI continue. It's below its moving average. We have Confluence in the cloud. We have GoldenEye signaling down. Let's see what's happening on the 1. And this is, the 3. And this is really, really important on the 3 because I will vacate my position. So we broke this level here. We're trying to break this level, but I will close my position if RSI pivots back up over 50, right? That means I have lost momentum to the downside. So that's what I'm waiting for. Again, just let the trade develop. Let's have some fun. We got an extra indicator here on the 3. So as we have GoldenEye signal to go short or to go put side, we have the confluence cloud, which gives us extra confidence in the move. We now have what's called a traffic light, and the traffic light gives you a shift of momentum in the macro perspective, right? Or excuse me, micro perspective, whereas the EMAs are giving you a macro view. So we go back to the 5 here, and we can see that this is definitely developing the way we want it. We're currently green on this trade. We're going to let it develop. We're looking at RSI. We're also looking at the rate of change, and the rate of change seems to be increasing, and that's what we're looking for. We're going to have a real big play here. This one is going back, score. All right, I'm closing that position right there, and we're done. Anybody keeping count from the beginning of the stream, or excuse me, this video to the end? We're done. Peace. We're out of here.